Have you ever looked around and thought, why do liars, cheaters, and manipulators seem to live their best lives, while those who walk in truth suffer silently? You're not alone. Even the writers of the Bible wrestled with this very question. But what if I told you, their success is not what it seems, and God is doing something far greater than we can see? There's a bitter feeling that stirs inside when you watch people who lie, cheat, and step on others climb their way to success, enjoying luxurious lives without consequence. Meanwhile, you do your best to live with honesty, walk in integrity, hold on to your faith, and yet life feels harder, lonelier, and often unfair. You find yourself quietly asking, God, where are you in all of this? Do you see what's happening? Are you truly just? You're not the first to ask this. Thousands of years ago, even the most faithful men and women in the Bible wrestled with this same frustration. Asaph, a servant in the temple, wrote in Psalm 73, "But as for me, my feet had almost slipped, for I envied the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." He saw the wicked living carefree lives, healthy, rich, proud, and yet seemingly blessed. He even asked, "Surely in vain have I kept my heart pure." But everything changed when Asaph entered the sanctuary of God. It was there, in God's presence, that his vision shifted from what was seen to what was eternal. He realized, the prosperity of the wicked is temporary. No matter how long they enjoy comfort and success, their fate is not hidden from God. Their happiness is an illusion. Their wealth may be the very trap that brings them down. Jesus told the parable of a rich fool who had so much wealth he tore down his barns to build bigger ones. He said to himself, "Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God called him a fool. "This very night your life will be demanded from you." Even Solomon, the wisest, richest man of his time, concluded after tasting every earthly pleasure, "Everything is meaningless, a chasing after the wind." The injustice you see today is not proof that God is absent. He simply operates on a different timeline. He is not blind, but he is patient. He delays judgment not because he's ignoring evil, but because he gives time for repentance. He did this even with Pharaoh, allowing him to remain in power so that his downfall would showcase God's glory. Some of those who thrive in wickedness may one day be transformed, just like Saul, who persecuted the church but became the Apostle Paul. Others will walk deeper into destruction, blinded by their pride and possessions, unaware that their success is the very thing sealing their fate. Many trust in wealth as their security, but it is a false security. The rich man in Jesus' story lived in luxury while the poor man, Lazarus, suffered at his gate. But when they died, their roles reversed. Lazarus entered paradise, while the rich man found himself in torment, pleading for a drop of water. His riches could not save him. His comfort had numbed his heart to his need for God. So why does God allow the wicked to prosper? Because he is doing something greater. Sometimes he uses their rise to expose their pride. Sometimes he waits, longing for them to turn back. And sometimes their prosperity is their judgment, a snare that blinds them until it's too late. If you've ever felt tempted to give up, to live like the world lives, remember this: their treasure is temporary. They may seem like they have everything, but if they do not have God, they have nothing. Jesus said, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, but store up treasures in heaven." In the end, judgment will come. Everyone, rich or poor, famous or forgotten, will stand before the throne of God. And on that day, money, success, and fame will mean nothing. What matters is how we lived. The righteous may never be praised in this life, but God sees every act of integrity. Every time you forgave, chose kindness, or remained faithful, he noticed. You were not overlooked. He promises, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Come and share in your master's joy." In a world where evil seems to win, you will be tempted to compromise. Don't. The apparent success of the wicked is only for a moment, but the reward of the righteous lasts forever. Keep walking in truth. Keep doing what's right, not because it's easy, but because it leads to life. The judge of all the earth has not spoken his final word yet, but when he does, it will be justice, eternal and true. You will continue to see wicked people rise, be applauded, and live as though they have won. But don't let your eyes deceive your heart. This world is only a temporary stop. It is not the final destination. True success is not measured by your bank account, your house, your car, or the applause of others. True success is this: that you can close your eyes at the end of this life knowing you remained faithful, that you honored God even when no one was watching, and that you stood for what was right even when it cost you. God does not weigh us by fleeting victories, but by quiet faithfulness. He sees the tear you wiped from another's eye when no one noticed. He remembers the prayers you whispered when the world turned its back. He knows the pain you endured when you chose righteousness over revenge. If you are weary today from doing good, if your spirit is tired of fighting for what is right while watching others cheat and rise, hold on. Psalm 37 reminds us, "Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him." The wicked will be destroyed, but those who hope in the Lord will inherit the land. This life is a short journey. Eternity is forever. Don't trade eternal reward for temporary success. The wicked may win a round, but the righteous will win the war. So live with integrity. Keep your faith. Do what's right, not because it's popular, but because it's eternal. And never forget, justice belongs to the Lord. And when he speaks, he will make all things right. Perfectly, finally, forever.